I was muted. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm going to do this once a week, and I don't know, it depends on the week. Um, Basically, what I want to do is do kind of our garbage people of the week, right? It's not a new concept, but I think it could be something fun we do weekly. Um, One voted on by you guys, and the other I brought. Um, Basically, I thought Keffals was a good one to talk about. Oh my God. I don't know if you guys have seen what has gone on with Keffals this week, but girl is done. She's done. There's no coming back from this situation. Also, we're going to talk about somebody I didn't even know existed until a week ago, which at least the controversy is doing something for you. Harrison Butker, which was kind of what a couple people suggested. But we've got the full context. We're going to take a look at the commencement speech. Now, I've seen like the wildest takes from this Harrison Butker stuff because I've seen it's anti-Semitic, it's homophobic, it's anti-feminist. I don't know. I've seen a couple things he said, and I'm like, wow, that's wild. And like, move along. But we're gonna go through it. But good morning, Raymond and Sandman. Good morning, Hooded. Good morning, Reuben. Butker is the number one shirt. Is that like a thing? Like they judge the number one shirt, right? I don't know. I don't know. Good morning, Punk. He says he's a devil. He's a devil. Good morning. Is it still split? Oh my god. Good morning, James. Okay, before it splits again, we'll end it at Keffals. Um, I'm not so okay. Let's do a little backstory here when it comes to Keffals. Because Keffals is a wild story, right? Um, the whole thing has been the whole time that Keffals has really been on the scene as this kind of activist, social media influencer type. She has been rather controversial, right? Like Keffals, okay, I guess I better do a little bit because I'm sure there are people that don't even know who Keffals is. But if you are unfamiliar with Keffals, they are a trans activist that got kind of widely known for attempting to take down not only Destiny, but attempting to take down Kiwi Farms. They got doxxed, supposedly, right? And that didn't go over so well because it turns out most of it was false. And I think a lot of people knew that, but because the writing's been on for a while. Good morning, Cartoon and Comics. Um, I love how Punk's like, who the fuck are these people? There are garbage people of the week. Come on, Punk. Keep up. Keep up. Um, but Keffals, again, trans influencer, basically been around for a while. First went on about like real big into trying to take Twitch, the platform, away from Destiny. Then uh it was the whole like Cloudflare and 4chan thing, right? And then of course now we've got this. So they were she got money from fans to buy drugs. You know what? You're not wrong. You're not wrong, right? Mudahar, if you guys are unfamiliar, which I wouldn't be surprised, right? Or actually, I would be surprised. I didn't know him by his name until I realized that he was some ordinary gamer. Actually, did an insane video on Keffals, and I'm trying to bring it up so I can show you. It was an hour and a half long. And I watched the whole thing maybe Monday morning or around there, whenever it dropped. And it's already got 1 million views. Holy shit. Okay. This is the video. We're not going to go through the whole video. We're just not. Actually, I have a video up to show here in a minute from Willie Mack's show, which does a really... Oh, yeah. Hooded Justice. I said good morning. Oh, whoops. I'm going to pause it there. But an entire huge, and I mean like, hour and 33-minute video laying out all the facts when it comes to what went down with Keffals, right? The complete like timeline. This was really, really good. This was really, really informative. I'll actually put it in the description later, but there has been leaks that have gone around that Mudahar was able to get a hold of. And it's actually really funny that Raymond mentioned Xander Hall earlier. Xander Hall's lost it a long time ago. But it was in thanks in large part to his editor that got sick of all of it and actually leaked a lot of the DMs. I don't know how I feel about leaked DMs. I think it's kind of a weird thing to do, right? Like, I don't know. I think it's like pretty shitty to do to someone. But I also understand when Keffals was going around, talking about doxing people and doing things that Cherry was against, her feeling uncomfortable. Not only that, like the fucking Young Turks did a whole video bringing down Keffals also. Like, it's wild to me. So we're going to actually take a look at the Willie Mack show one. But the funny thing is, so you guys see the picture on my thumbnail, right? And I use that very purposely of Keffals because it is crazy to me that people are going after the artists saying that is transphobic. Is it like obviously a girl in the thumbnail? Obviously, right? Is it just their style? Yes. And to my understanding, the person that does that type of art, which is an art style people use for thumbnail, what blew my mind, I'm not even joking, is that people fucking commission people for thumbnails. Wild concept to me. Guys, just use Canva. Like, it's okay. Like, I understand this got 1 million views. He can definitely afford to commission somebody for a thumbnail, but I'm like, wow. That's crazy. Like, I guess big YouTubers, that's probably a thing, right? Probably. Me, I'm like, Canva works. It works. Keffals also has... Wait! I did not know that. Sandman said Keffals also used this person's art. So, yeah. Obviously, totally a transphobe, right? Craziness. And Cartoon and Comics mentions one of the big things was the story, right? Keffals started a GoFundMe. This was a while back. And this is what's broke down basically in Mudahar's video. That, she needed help. She needed help because she woke up and she had 2 cops in her face with their assault rifles. And that's how she woke up. Well, the story unfolds and changes and shifts. And Keffals does this kind of revisionist history where she's like, no. They weren't actually in my face. They were in the bedroom. And then they were in the hallway. And then my partner answered the door, right? Like, the story kept shifting. But yet, she still took... Good morning, Icon. Good morning, Reese. She still took over that course of time, right? Ever since, and I believe to this day, I could be wrong, the GoFundMe is still up, over 100K, over 100K for this doxing, my life is in danger situation, right? Crazy. How much do people charge for thumbnails? I have no idea. I'm assuming it's like a regular commission. So some artists I do know, if you're using it for like, I ran into this when I was doing my my icon. I do know that sometimes they will charge double if you are using it for a commercial purpose. And I was like, fuck that. I was like, no fucking way am I paying double just because I want to use it on my teeny tiny channel. Fucking art. No, it's wild. But I'm assuming it's probably not cheap. My guess for art like that, at least $100. That's my guess. Good morning, Joseph. But this, we're not going to take a look at the entirety of this video. It's really, really long. But basically, everyone, yes, Fun Size Channel. There we go. Boom. Dang, James with the retorts today. I love it. But basically, in a nutshell, everybody has distanced themselves from Keffals. I would actually be very curious. We're going to take a look at their social blade. Wait. I think they have a YouTube channel. I know they have a Twitch channel. Keffals. Oh. It's going really well. It's going really well. So they're losing subs like crazy. And I'm assuming that's going to continue for some time until it eventually levels out. I mean, it looks like they may, when was that? June 28th? Oh, that's 2023. I was going to say, it looks like they might have deleted some videos, but no, I don't think so. That's quite a bit ago. Quite a ways ago. Yeah, it still does, though. It looks like they're deleting stuff. Minus 200. Like, I can't even, like, because I don't know the context of why they're deleting a bunch of videos. I can't even say anything. Because when I was having issues with YouTube, basically, I had to delete, like, I'm not, like, 100 million views. Like, I deleted so much. So, like, I can't judge for deleting videos. Depends on what they were. A lot of it, and a lot of things, a lot of what rubbed people the wrong way with Keffals wasn't the fact that she's trans, wasn't the fact that she was an activist. To my understanding, it was the fact that she was putting out for minors homemade HRT. Like bathtub HRT. Wild. No, I totally get it. I'm completely on your side when it comes to this cartoon and comics. I've never had any love for Keffals because of the HRT stuff. But the fact that she used, this is like, it reminds me of the Amber Heard situation, right? She's making real victims of swatting look bad. She's making real victims that have gone through doxing and actually been, terrified look bad, because everybody kind of side-eyes somebody now, right? Like, are you really? What's HRT? It is what is given for transitioning. So basically, she was giving hormones to underage children and bragging about it, right? And bragging about it. Like, I'm going to trans your kids. I'm going to pink pill them. Mind you, I had to Google what pink pill meant. I didn't know. Like, there's all these fucking pills, right? It's like, there is a pill for black pilling, white pilling, red pilling. Like, I didn't know pink pill was a thing. Hormone replacement therapy. Yes. I didn't know that was a thing, but you can pink pill somebody. And that is apparently when you convince them they're trans or something. I guess. Do I hate the argument? Todd's got a question. I need a pill, just saying, right? That games nowadays are shoving political agendas down kids' throats. Yeah, because that's a stupid argument. I mean, that's a stupid argument. But people like Keffals, and I don't know if this is going to be. Hey, it's Skillet. Okay, I had to look at your profile picture. People like Keffals make other people that are fighting for trans rights look really bad, right? Because they are, and I know me and Joseph have had this argument before. This is a good example for Joseph's argument that representation is not good, because when you look at Keffals as representative of trans people, trans activists, it's not a good look. It's actually a terrible look, right? But when it comes to video games, come on now, stop it. Stop it. Like, how many queer video game characters are there? 7? Like, let's not even play. Okay, there's obviously more than 7, but I'm just saying, like, there's not that many. Like, I think the most well-known one would probably be Ellie. Also, super upset about The Last of Us. Not on subject at all. But if you guys have seen The Last of Us season 2 shit, no, this ain't it. That show was so good. Leave it at 1 season. Leave it alone. Why does Ellie still look 12? Fucking annoying. Ridiculous. Abel Garcia. Yes, we had Joseph and I interviewed Abel. Oh, quite a ways back, right? And he was talking about different situations when he went into his therapist, and they had him walk, and they were like, "Oh, yep, obviously you're trans because you walk funny," right? Like there's some real arguments to be had there. Todd's getting pissed. It was a fucking year ago that season 1 was released, right? So they should have hired somebody older, not somebody that looks like a 12-year-old. Stop it. That game is supposed to take place like 7 years later or something. I don't know exactly. I can't remember the exact figures. Stop it. It's so bad. It's so bad. Let me see if I'm logged into my TikTok. I'll show you. It's so bad. Hold on. I know I put it on here. Here we go. Look at this. What is this? What is this? We know what scene this is. They're in Seattle. You can see this, right? Okay, you can. She's 12. This is not grown-up Ellie. She's 12. I mean, the world looks incredible. It looks incredible. But come on now. Stop it. It's fucking weird. It's fucking weird. She's a child. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Anyways, totally not. She's 20. She is not 12. She's 12. Stop it. She looks 12. And not, you do remember what Ellie looks like in the second game, right? Like, you do remember, hold on. I'm getting off subject, but it's fine. We're used to it by now. How many years after The Last of Us does The Last of Us 2 take place? 5 years. I thought it was 7. Okay. 5 years later. She looks exactly the same. Exactly the same. Stop it. I hate it. Like, just get a new actress. I actually, you know what? That's not fair. Because I do feel like she did a good job as Ellie. In the first one, she was the best character. Like, she was incredible. She was a great actress. But do something to age her up? I don't know. And then the girl that's playing Dina, also, I'm pretty sure she was Dora at one point and also looks 12. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. She may look 12, but Bella Ramsey is a grown ass woman. And I loved her in season 1. I'm just hoping that we get a more mature Ellie. Maybe they can work that in somehow by making her more mature in attitude. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of what I've seen so far. Like, I literally seen let me see if I can find it. I don't know if you guys know who Dom the Bomb is. He does a lot of Last of Us stuff. And he posted on his community post, and it's a side by side. And so here, I'm going to show you Joel, right? Now I'm worried for Abby. You should have been worried when they fucking cast her. She's so teeny tiny. So, there's obviously a little bit of age there. We got the gray. I mean, not too much of a difference, but please take a look at your screen right now. This is season 1 and season 2. Wait, can you see it? Yes, you can. Wait. I mean, it is what it is, right? I guess. I'm gonna give it a chance. The first season was so good, you have to almost give it a chance, right? And I want to see the world they build. I want to see everything. I want to see, the Seraphites. I want to see the WLF. I want to see it all. But also at the same time, season 2 looks like it takes place on the following Friday. Yeah, kinda. Oh, goodness. James said everything went down when Shimmer died. I think that's actually the scene we were just looking at on my TikTok is that scene. I believe it looks like what they were filming there. Like, I want Shimmer to be adorable. She's going to steal the show. You guys know that, right? Shimmer is going to steal the show. And she's going to be lovely. And we're all going to love her because she's the best. But anyways, my apologies. Got off freaking track. So back to Keffals. We got a Willie Mack. If you guys are unfamiliar, we're going to take a look at. I will also share the original Muzahar video. I hope I'm saying that right. I believe I am. Shimmer is going to break into song. Do you know how happy I would be? Todd, get out. Get out. Todd, you're an outside Todd now. You're an outside Todd now. Don't tell him who Shimmer is. He has to find out. Wait, I thought you liked the games. Oh my God. I'm so embarrassed for you right now, Todd. No, I'm just kidding. But you have to find out because she is the best character in the whole freaking thing. All right, we've got Willie Mack. Oh my God, Todd. Right? That's what I'm saying. I've seen, I guess. Wait. Did you play too? So you're just going to have to Google it. You're just going to have to Google it. It's really important. You will never. Oh my God. I can't take this shimmer. This shimmer freaking. Good morning, Gary, by the way. I can't take this shimmer bigotry. No, seen people play it. Okay. Maybe that's why. Probably not. But fine. Shimmer is the horse. God. Anyways, Willie Mack. We're going to speed it up a little bit. And I thought this one was a little bit better than the Muzahar one because just because he does a good job of kind of summing it up. And what I also really like about this is I've seen a lot of people like on the left, right? On the left calling this shit out. And it's what also is wild to me, a horse. It's not just any fucking horse, it's Shimmer. She dies tragically. Saddest death in the game. Even the pregnant chick, sadder than that. It is. It is. I'm telling you. But I've seen a lot of people calling this out on the left. I mean, obviously people have no problem doing it on the right, but it's nice to see people actually calling out the bullshit as it is. And I've seen a lot of people call, and I don't know the extent of Tipster being involved, but I guess they're friends. Joel is more. Get out. Get out. Okay, you're probably right, Todd, but still. Grace, I want coffee too.
Only being exposed for misappropriating over $100,000 in donated GoFundMe money.
If anyone ever finds out about how I spent the GoFundMe, I am definitely getting canceled.
Spending it on doxing multiple innocent people, but it's Keffals, so she can't own up to anything. Take accountability.
One thing I failed to mention, super important, after taking all the $100,000, right? After taking every single bit of these people's money without using it for what it was intended for, she later admits that much of it went up her nose, and she ended up in rehab because of it. Like, I don't know. You know what? I'm going to Google it. How old is Keffals? How old is Castles? That fucking should be used in my list by now. She's 30. Okay, I thought she was younger. And I was going to say, you know what? She's young. She's dumb. Maybe at some point you could realize that, you know, this is a learning moment. Like, you could be a little bit more lenient on her, I guess. But no, she is 30 years old. By 30, you should be emotionally mature enough to handle situation like that. Fucking 30 years old.
For anything. No, she has to frame an artist as transphobic, making the artist go private. I haven't heard from them since. This video isn't just about Keffals' career ending. It's about her trying to bring everything down with her. Her response has been to call everyone transphobic, leading to other left-leaning political streamers to do the same without ever watching the video.
None of this is accurate. Wait, what? It was the first I have ever heard of Keffals. Is it not accurate? I haven't seen it, so I'm not claiming that it's accurate.
Then she calls everyone drama freaks for reporting her committing a crime.
Angry from drama freaks. I'm not planning on making any sort of response because I don't think I owe anyone a response.
Yeah, you absolutely. So, bye punk. I said bye punk. I don't know why I said that twice. You owe every single person that donated money to you a response. I'm sorry, but you do. Like, an apology, a explanation. I was out of my fucking mind. I'll do, like, At what point do you realize how bad you swindled people? Like, okay, all right, I guess so.
We can't let her get away with this. It's so satisfying sitting back and watching 2 years worth of lies finally come crumbling down, and I'm celebrating. With Fume. Not everything in a bad habit is wrong.
No ad break.
Together, and they helped me out. And while I really respect it, it's brought a lot of people to do the QAnon brain bullshit about me, where they're saying I'm stealing money from my fans.
I will never do a GoFundMe breakdown for bad faith actors. When people would rightfully ask for updates, she'd respond to them with memes. She'd suddenly have the money for new streaming gear, travel, drugs, rehab, while revealing that she hadn't even...
And that was another thing that I thought was hilarious was because so when the whole swatting thing happened, she said she was in danger. She needed to get out, right? Also, at the same time, going to a place, one of her friends overseas who had already been previously doxxed, and then IRL streaming from said location. Like, how do you say that you're in danger and then IRL stream from that location so everybody can dox you again? The dumbest shit I've ever heard. Yay! See, told you Shimmer was the best.
Started working with a lawyer yet.
But now I'm going to be focusing more on the legal things because I'm settled down, I'm back in Canada, and I have time to work on this now.
And if you question her, no matter how much you disavow transphobia, you're transphobic. Well, for now, leaked.
So I wonder, like, this is a newer thing, right? These GoFundMes, these type crowdfunding when it comes to not even big streamers, right? I wonder what the legalities are of something like that, because I know, and I don't know the entire situation, so I'm not going to speak on it. But when Ray did a GoFundMe for Dean from DNV Investigation, she actually gave money back, but that was because she wanted to. Now, if the person is fraudulently receiving the money or giving a fake story, is there any legalities to that? I feel like there should be, but because this kind of, what'd you call it, crowdfunding? I don't know what you would, I guess it's crowdfunding. I wonder if there's anything that can be done, or if it's just like, oops, you're out of luck. Like, it's weird because it is so new. Canada doesn't exist. That's a fair point. I don't know. It's very weird to me because I've never seen any, like, the only time I've ever seen any sort of action taken is, if you guys remember, I think it was Kyle Rittenhouse started a GoFundMe and that got taken down, but that was actually by GoFundMe. And then when they were doing that blockade, which feels like so long ago, but I know it wasn't, the trucker blockade, they had a GoFundMe and they eventually did get the funds dispersed. So I don't know. I don't think there's anything even the people that donated can do. I think you're basically shit out of luck.
DMs from her group chat, she proved the conspiracy theorist right. Keffals would write, feels really bad watching the GoFundMe deplete. The rest will cover a year's worth of rent and my psych fees if I talk to a psychologist once a week for the next 11 months. I keep trying to think of how it depleted so fast, and it's just so many little things. Travel and replacing furniture and helping my friends out.
Oh my God. Hey guys, I need help. My life's in danger. I'm going to travel and replace furniture and help my friends out and buy new streaming gears and buy new clothes and what? Oh, okay. Joseph said, to my knowledge, this falls under contract agreement. If the donations are taken when the claims are false, that's a violation of the agreement and the money must be returned. So, I wonder if they could actually do something about it. Like $100K is a lot of money for people to just be handing away. And there is clear evidence right here, her saying it didn't necessarily go to that. It went to, I guess, replacing furniture could fall underneath that if she needed a new place to live, right? So I guess you could say that. Even clothes. But helping your friends out? But like, I feel like you could have packed up your streaming gear. I'm just putting that out there. Even your clothes. You can pack those things up. Like, that's a big part of her life. It's not that hard to put your microphone in a box, like, or your webcam or whatever it is that you specifically use. I don't know. It's very weird.
That by buying new streaming gear and clothes. That is not what the money was raised for. None of those things were stated in her GoFundMe. This is fraud, and these messages are from only 2 months after she raised the money, meaning she burned through most of it before she even...
My God. She burned through it in 2 months. How do you go through $100K in 2 months? Oh, I mean, I could do it if it was a challenge and I could have fun with it. Like, I could have a lot of fun with it. Let's be real here. But I think anybody could. Oh my God. Kyle was removed from GoFundMe because they specifically forbid asking for help for criminal defense. Okay. So it wasn't just some outrage that, people got upset about. That actually makes more sense now.
And decided who she was suing. She'd continue, if anyone found out how I spent the GoFundMe, I am definitely getting canceled. Now, it's not just luxuries that the money was wasted on. I want to make abundantly clear, not a single dollar of the used money was spent in a meaningful way. When you rip people off, they generally don't like it. She raised the money to move to a safe location that wasn't doxxed, while spending her time tweeting out and streaming her location.
And that's what I'm saying. Right here.
Location that wasn't doxxed, while spending her time...
She says, almost to Europe. Yeah, probably don't do that if you're getting
tweeting out and streaming her location. But more importantly,
if you're getting doxxed, if you're worried about your life, come on,
it was to get away from her ex.
And there was a criticism that I frequently got throughout that time. How does moving to a different country help you with online harassment? And as we found out, it didn't. And the truth is, I left the country because of my ex.
That's not what the money was donated for. Again, that's fraud, but it goes even deeper. The one good thing you could have argued...
Okay, so I could see an argument here where she, if any of that is true, right? Todd, get a blanket. If any of that is true, I could see an argument here where if she was in danger, even if it wasn't from the doxing situation, that it's not necessarily fraud, right? But once somebody starts the waterfall of lies, you kind of look at that and you're like, did you really though? Did you really? Like, is that story even true? I doubt it.
That Keffals did was spend some of the money filing legally through the Human Rights Tribunal of Ontario.
The reason they decided to go with the Human Rights Tribunal rather than a lawsuit is because the Human Rights Tribunal has unique powers that a civil suit does not.
The reason I decided to ultimately go through the Human Rights Tribunal rather than the lawsuit is because the Human Rights Tribunal has powers that a civil suit does not. All I would get is money. I am pushing for police body cams. Papers are being processed and it could take up to 6 years. But London police have already had an initiative to get body cams on every cop by 2025. So really, it's just another way for Keffals to ask for more money. I've already torn apart this document in one of my previous videos. Look there if you want more details. I don't have much faith in her case at all. Instead, she's seemingly been spending the money doxing people, posting Bad Empanada's full name, his address.
Oh my God. So I don't know who Bad Empanada is, but wasn't. This is what I don't understand about people. She knows what it feels like to be doxxed, right? She knows what it feels like to be doxxed. Therefore, you would think in your head, I don't want to put somebody else through this. Even if I don't like them, I don't want to put somebody else through this. Australian business license number? That is crazy. That is crazy. Oh my God. Yeah, I understand 100K isn't as much as it seems, right? And I get that. But let's not pretend like it's chump change. And the fact that it was donations is the biggest issue, right? Donations from people that were worried about her health and safety. And you had no problem putting it up your nose. I don't know.
Admitting she's got second thoughts, full name and address as well. Saying I did it myself. I never published this info. It's just like a game for me. She got this by paying private investigators for it. Her dream is to retire from streaming and be a professional private investigator. To dox people professionally. Right now, it's just some hobby for her. Half the reason why Keffals was able to raise so much money is because she kept getting doxed. So why is she doing it to innocent people? These DMs are now leaked. Their personal information is everywhere. What are you doing? Did this take GoFundMe money to do? So what is Keffals' response?
And you can see in these, and this is kind of where it all, not all started, but this is where it all came to light, was because of Cherry. Cherry was, I believe, Xander. I don't know if I don't watch Xander Hall anymore, but I know that they used to do editing for Xander Hall.
This career-ending evidence? Well, it's to call everyone transphobic. I understand people have criticisms of me. I don't think I'm above being critiqued. That said, was it really necessary to use a transphobic caricature of me in the thumbnail while not using my pronouns in the video announcement?
Hold on. Finally, a new video regarding a serious fraud activist known as Keffals, over an hour deconstructing her various lies and examining her terrible lies will prove to you why she is a danger to people. Okay, so he used she, they pronouns. What's the problem with that? Keffals uses she, her, and they, them, as stated in the citation below. Okay, so they actually didn't misgender Keffals at all. Okay. But the only way to shield off criticism is to call somebody transphobic, I guess.
But if you just click the community notes, you can see that Muda did use her preferred pronouns. As for the transphobic art, it's not transphobic at all. It's drawn by just a worm who makes ugly characters of everyone. It's his art style. Keffals has used his art in her own thumbnails. This accusation would rally her audience as well as some left-leaning creators into...
That's actually wild to me. That Keffals has used this person's art, but still thinks, okay, all right. Oh my goodness. Empause, thank you so much. She said, are you feeling better? Yep. I'm feeling human. And humans good. No, I'm just kidding. I still feel like the fatigue and the exhaustion, the little bit, like the pain's not as severe. And it seems like with my testing, things are better, right? But not completely. But yes, much better than I was over the weekend. Over the weekend, I thought I was dying. Legitimately thought I was dying. But thank you so much. Friggin' Empause. Rules for thee, but not for me. Of course.
Bullying the artist into going private.
Just a worm is his name, and it really is just a style. Here's a couple examples. Okay,
let's take a look. So this is the artist in question that she is accusing of being transphobic for the style. So it looks like they've done... Oh, I'm so bad with... Vosh. I know Vosh. Sniper Wolf. Is that supposed to be Meat Canyon, maybe? Tipster? They really like drawing tipster. There's like 3 tipsters. Destiny, Keemstar. Like, this is clearly their style, right? And she's super cute. Doesn't mean you're not dumb. But when Keffals herself has absolutely used this person's artwork, and this is clearly their style. Like this, we can look at a female here, right? Sniper Wolf. Ray, good morning. There's no argument to be had here. There's just not.
Here's the thing, right? This isn't.
Oh yeah, Hassan. I see Hassan.
A defense.
She has to think so hard to make this terrible argument.
If I call all of my friends, I'm like, you are engaging in some real tomfoolery, in some real baboonery.
What? Who
I
says
can say that as many
stuff?
times as I want. I'm not making that joke about one of my black friends. Because now it's fucking insane. And now it's objectively just racist. I don't get to say, well, I say this about everybody.
Nobody's ever called you racist for that.
You can't.
Okay. So because Keffals, this is what I'm understanding here. I want to be fair, right? What Keffals is trying to say was because she is a trans woman, you cannot use, or this is what this woman is trying to say. You cannot use that thumbnail specifically on trans women because it inherently becomes transphobic. Okay. All right. Okay.
Just make the same joke at everybody.
Demons? Okay, thank you,
because
Michael.
that's not how society works. You can't just do that.
And Ray,
well, what do you want? Can we just treat Keffals like a regular person? She wants it to be transphobic so bad.
He can't just like say, oh, well, it's the artist who made that drawing. No, it's your channel. You have responsibility to your audience to not
so
be,
hard.
I would like to think, not be openly transphobic. And if you're posting like this, it's your YouTube channel. It's your fault.
She's laughing because she knows it's...
Okay. That I would agree. If I thought it was transphobic, I would agree to that because it is his channel, right? But here's the thing that I feel like should be known. Trans people, queer people, minorities, whatever, when they're fighting for equality, they're fighting to be treated. It's in the name. They're fighting to be treated equal. Right? So, if he uses that thumbnail style on other people, but specifically does it for Keffals, I would argue that's almost more transphobic. Because he's discriminating against her when it comes to what is wrong? There's nothing. You're grasping at straws. She's trying so hard, though, guys. She's trying so hard. The words, and I'm not one to talk. I can't talk half the time either. But she tried. Wait, people were pointing out that it simply is art style by saying, well, blackface is just a style too. Wait, but that's not art. Oh, hold on. What? This world is wild. This world is fucking wild. Nobody looks at blackface and goes, oh, it's just, it's just how they do their makeup. It's just their makeup style. No. That's ridiculous.
Stupid. Fellow artists would show their solidarity with Just a Worm by making more ugly depictions of Keffals, some of it being transphobic. So before there was no
so the Streisand effect, you dumb bitch. Okay.
transphobic art, and because she made up this story, there is now transphobic art. She literally willed it into existence.
Of
Your
course,
wish has been
because
granted.
then that
Keffals
makes
would
her
make a
the
follow-up
victim.
tweet. I think if my actions were heinous, you wouldn't need to dehumanize me to an audience of millions of people in order to make the points you wanted to make. The bar was incredibly low, and Mudahar managed to still fumble it. Community notes would get her again, showing that Muda respected her pronouns and that the only insults he threw at her were from her own actions and not from her identity. She'd follow this up with another tweet. Anyways, I'm probably going to get harassed by thousands of people for standing up for myself.
So
Now I'm going
here's
to
the
do
thing.
something fun instead of that. See you all when it dies down.
Why not? And I know I've done this a million times. I know Ray has done this a million times. If somebody makes a video, like you have two options. That's not one of them. What she did is not one of them, right? You don't make up shit and call them names because of it. You have two options. You either A, ignore it, or B, you EFAP it and talk about it, or you make some sort of response. Either option is valid, but pretending like it's okay to just ward off all criticism by saying, oh, well, transphobic is ridiculous. Oh my God. Quartering said blackface is okay. Hell, CG. Did he really? I don't know if I believe you on this one. I'm not going to lie. But it is the quartering. So I could totally see that. Yeah, I mean, it checks out. Also, when I put my schedule on my community post, Tony put he should be the garbage person of the week. Like, I don't even think you compare. Like, that would be very hard to do. I mean, it wouldn't be. Some of your takes are wild, but I'm just saying, like, there's a difference between wild and garbage. Yours is just always a bit.
You aren't being harassed for standing up for yourself. You're getting heat for misappropriating crowd-funded money. What's crazy is the GoFundMe is still up. You could still donate.
Oh, you know what? We gotta check. We gotta check. I don't know if maybe. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, it's still up. Oh, okay. Well, that's a thing. I would think that would be the first thing that she would get rid of, but I guess not. I mean, maybe she's still making money from it, and that's why she doesn't want to take it down. Okay.
Community noted again, citing that she was using a self-victimization method of manipulation, which she is. Every response Keffals or her community makes has nothing to do with the contents of Muda's video. It's all meant to distract you from the damning evidence that exists towards Keffals. They even went after Muda's wife, calling her a Nazi because she liked to tweet making fun of people calling her a Nazi. This is a real video on Reddit people are using as proof that she is a Nazi. It has nearly 1,000 upvotes. Muda dating a neo-Nazi.
Muda date. Okay. All right, we're doing this. This is out of control. Oh my God. Empause, thank you so much. So many today so badly want to find a problem with something, an excuse to justify fighting for a cause. Social media has created the desperation to be heard or seen by those who feel inadequate in real life, but nothing is ever enough for them. And I think that's I don't think that's all social media people. But I definitely think that is a good subset of this kind of weird self-victimization that we see. Like, it's not just with victimization, right? It's with outrage too. You see it in both corners. People either want to be victims of somebody else bullying them or something along those lines, right? Could be anything. Or they want to be mad at something that doesn't even affect them. It's one or the other, but yeah, it's ridiculous. It is. Social media is a fucking curse, right? Like, just in general, like, I don't mind some things, but it feels like that's kind of why I like TikTok a little bit more. TikTok is just, I know people hate TikTok. I know this. But TikTok is just basically posting little cute videos, and like my whole feed is like cats, 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 puppers, cats, 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 political, cats, cats, Andy Black. Like that's all I see on TikTok, because you can make it so you don't see the bullshit. Whereas I feel like a lot of the other social media apps, Twitter, maybe not Instagram as much because that's a photo thing, right? They basically are made to fight each other, right? Like you can just get mad at whatever any random one person says, and it's made content so mind-numbing. Like every time somebody dies on the right, you'll see videos, oh my god, they attacked this person. Every time one single person gives an opinion you don't like, you're like, oh my god, they're breaking down, they're going crazy. Like, just stop it. It's made content so mind-numbing. I think it's more accurate to say people in large groups are a curse. I disagree. I mean, I don't know how big we're talking here. But like festivals and stuff like that, I don't think that's really a big issue. Are you just talking like, I don't know. Big Bam says you're gay. No, your mom's gay.
He made him go completely off the rails. Oh snap, did he really? Yep, forgot his girlfriend's handle, but she posts a lot of far-right conspiracy theories on here. I follow her, and no, she does not. Imagine having to become a fascist just to get
Oh my god.
Exactly, and throwing everything you stand for away just for a relationship who hates you being a marginalized minority. So they aren't mad at the undeniable evidence Muda brings to the table. Instead, they're slandering his wife. This next one is insane. Though alt-rightoids' ideology, Aryan marrying non-Aryans like Semites, Latinx, and Sub-Saharan Africans. Muda and her are a fairly Aryan couple, and I believe Hitler would approve. He then goes in depth analyzing Muda's skin color to determine if he's an Aryan or not. Muda is part Aryan because Bamins are...
Oh my god. No. We're not listening to this whole part. Basically, they make this like weird mind fuckery as to why his wife is Aryan. And I'm not gonna be one of those people that's like, oh, they brought his wife into this. I don't like that. But also at the same time, she is a public person who has her own podcast. So I'm sure this isn't the first time, right? She has her own public persona. That's a little different. And I said the same exact thing about, what was it? The Miss Piggy thing. Nerdrotic's wife, right? They're a public person. People are going to do this. But to make this whole like weird ass shit about how she married an Indian because that proves she's Aryan, guys. Oh my god. Tony said, tonight on CG Scumlords, I will be doing $7 tequila shots in support of Nick Rekieta. Tune in for the fun on ASE Presents YouTube channel Hell CG. Isn't something wrong with Nick? Like, is he sick or something? Like, are you doing like a charity thing? I don't get it. Also, charging for shots? Not a bad idea. I drink every weekend for free, bitches. Well, I got laid off for going to the... Oh my god, I'm so sorry to hear that, Otis. That's awful. That's fucking awful.
An upper caste Indian from which the Indo-Aryan people derive.
This is just like the weirdest shit.
This is the quality of criticism coming back at Muda. These people suck.
Cool It doesn't really matter what I do, cause I'll always stay stuck as a fool. I'll never be cool.
Now, Muda's video did make waves in Keffals' community, with plenty of people now questioning her. I found videos of someone saying Keffals had issues with fundraisers, but I wanted to know more before I made a choice. Is this that whole she used her GoFundMe to buy coke thing?
God.
No, the one with streaming gear and buying legal fees. No mention of Keffal buying drinks. Streaming gear? I'm not aware of this drama. On her subreddit, people were surprised that she lied about being woken up with a gun in her face.
On August 5th, I was woken up by London Police Services pointing an assault rifle in my face.
But every time they're retorting
that
with
was
some
a
of the
complete
dumbest
lie.
defenses. Muda's video was retweeted by Stone Toss, and Tipster acts like that makes the information in it bad for some reason. It makes no sense.
I have no
Another
idea
user
who these
says,
people
my
are, you
secret
guys.
hot take.
I have no idea. Like, what is Stone Cross? Stone Toss Comics? I don't know who that is. It's probably one of Tony's friends.
Retweeted by Stone Toss, and Tipster acts like that makes the information in it bad for some reason. It makes no sense. Another user says, my secret hot take is I don't care if someone ripped off the woke scolds for any amount. That's something that I think a lot of haters forget when they try to use that as an own. I honestly don't care one way or the other.
Oh my
People
God.
donate to GoFundMes that fall through all the time. This didn't fall through. It was a heist. When
Oh my
Muda first
God.
announced he was making his video, Keffals immediately poisoned the well by calling him evil. Hi, privated the stream and ended early because Mudahar announcing his Catboy Ranch expose gave me PTSD flashbacks to 2022. The swatting, just incredibly dark stuff in my life. I couldn't handle it. I need to take some time. His replies are flooded with Kiwi Farms users right now. He's an evil who knows what he's doing. Yeah, he's the evil one. If you ever want to know how down bad the Keffals Defense Force is, look no farther than Denims. She titled her stream, Mudahar decides to be transphobic.
Okay. I am not familiar with a lot of these people. Is it just me? Am I out of the loop? I feel like I'm out of the loop. A Nazi political cartoonist. Oh, okay. That's why it was Stone Toss Comics or whatever. Okay. That makes sense. I'm out of the loop when it comes to, so I know this is Twitch. I don't use Twitch. I mean, I do. I stream there from time to time, but I don't use it like to watch people's streams. Unless I'm trying to get drops. I'm just saying. But I am so out of the loop when it comes to these people. She's adorable. I like her hair.
The stream starts by playing other people's videos uninterrupted, auto-playing to the next video when finished.
Don't forget to hit the subscribe
Oh my
button
God,
and
that's
check
what
out
I
our
need to
daily
do.
show.
I just need to show you guys other people's videos. It's fucking...
What's
Where's
up, Greg,
Steph?
and welcome back to
Where's
another
Steph?
episode.
Where's Steph? It's Danny Gonzalez.
Of boomers getting fooled by AI.
When she finally decided to show up, she said she watched Muda's video.
Isn't that against fair use? Maybe. I know Twitch is different. I know they are, but oh my goodness. Not just you. I don't know any of these weirdos. Yeah, like, I know Majority Report. I know Sam Cedar is. And I watched some of their stuff before. I don't know who Denims is. Also, I feel like it's a weird name. Denims. Like, she really liked that. Okay.
Video in that none of it was accurate.
I watched a little bit of it, a little bit. And it was like recounting some streamer drama or something like that. I was watching it and I was like, none of this is accurate. Wait, what?
She's got a pretty smile.
This isn't even related to me. But I know the people in this video and none of this is accurate. You're just trying to portray this person as like a villain. And so you just didn't like report on any of their perspective. And then when it came to report on it, you just like ignored it. Like you were like, this isn't worth reading. So maybe, I haven't decided yet. Maybe we'll watch the Mutahar video. I don't know if I can do it is the problem.
When challenged on this, she then admits that she's never even seen it.
This video is the first I have ever heard of Keffals. Is it not accurate? I haven't seen it, so I'm not claiming that.
So she said she watched it. It wasn't accurate. Now, okay. Was she also in the Grumps drama? Oh my God. Oh my God. I feel like I should know these people, but I just don't. Like, maybe I'll get to know more people if I do this weekly. But I'm very much so like stick to myself, stay in my own little bubble, stay in my own lane type of person. Or like live and let live. I don't give a shit what you do. You don't give a shit what I do, right? Like, I feel like that's a fair way to live. But I'm not familiar. I'm not. I don't know what she did with the Grum stuff. She was the one who talked to. Oh, you're absolutely right, Sandman. Okay, so she was, because somebody said a certain number. We covered it talking about the Stellar Blade controversy, and she said she'd double it or something like that. Okay, I do remember her now. Yep, you're absolutely right. Thank you, Sandman. But so she's crazy. She's crazy. She put a bounty on a man's head, even if it was a joke. Obviously, it was a joke. Like, I didn't take her seriously. Doesn't make it okay, right? Like, two things can be true. It can be a joke and also read the fucking room. Not smart thing to say. And then this. So I'm wondering, and this is the jaded person in me, right? I'm wondering if she's trying to stir controversy for engagement. Because this has been 2 back-to-back, right? None of us would have known who she was without this. I'm wondering if this is a bit of engagement farming. I could be completely wrong. But, like, let's not pretend like engagement farming is not a real thing. Come on now.
That it's accurate. I'm only talking about the thumbnail. I haven't even started. Whoa. Let's reel back.
Moon is like, here's a video exposing all of Keffals' lies, and she's like, nah, let's only talk about the thumbnail.
Let's talk about a couple things. I'm only interested right now in talking about the thumbnail. Okay? I'm only interested in talking about the thumbnail. Maybe really we can watch some of the video. To be honest, the video itself, I don't care about. It's not relevant. It's not important. I only care about the thumbnail.
Yeah, let's focus on.
Hold on. I feel like she's completely missing the point here. Like, a thumbnail is super important. I'm not saying that it's not, right? It gets people in. Like, it's one of the most important things you can do, and I should absolutely, like, take more time in doing so. But it gets people in. Now, with that being said, his thumbnail's really not that crazy. It's a picture of him, and it's a picture of... Okay, all right. I guess that's a thing. She can't talk about the details. She's only interested in jingling keys. To be fair, so it's hush, generally, right? So we're comparing intellect here to a cat. I think that's our first problem.
On this irrelevant thing instead of the actual point of the video. And when Ryan Beard points out that Muda only refers to Keffals by her preferred pronouns, Denham's response is to insult Ryan.
I don't know what happened to Ryan Beard. I'm gonna be honest. Who was it that cooked him? Was it FD Signifier? In case you were wondering what Ryan has tweeted, Gaza 0 times, Israel 1 time, ceasefire 1 time, and Palestine a total of 7 times. Yep. All of which was to tell people to vote for Biden. But man, do they find the time to tweet about online leftists. And that is like the biggest.
This is where I check out.
That. This perfectly encapsulates what I'm talking about.
Who the fuck are these
You're
people?
yapping. You haven't said anything. Can you tell this is Hassan's mod? Her audience is defending her by comparing Keffals to George Floyd. Can people like Muda stop saying this person is not a good representation for X minority? Like, people haven't learned anything from the BLM protest in 2020, did they? With the same logic, you can say that George Floyd is not a good representation for the black community because he had a criminal history. George Floyd was a regular dude who was killed while being detained by the police. Keffals is a self-described activist. Keffals obviously doesn't speak for every trans person, but she hides behind being a representative.
I'm a high-profile transgender activist. There's a big target on my back.
That's why people feel the need.
This is... I don't... Like, I feel like I'm speechless. How do you fuck up this bad with this many eyes on you? How do you fuck up so bad when the Young Turks issue a correction? And they're, like, disgusted with you. When the world is disgusted with you, how do you mess up this bad? And it sucks, and I know it sucks, but people will judge based on this, right? That's just how people are. People will judge other people in the trans community. They did it for a while when it came to that shooting, right? Like, obviously, you should all judge individuals for what they're worth, right? You should judge the individual. But that's not sometimes how people's mind work. They like to group people. They like to dehumanize people. They like to make enemies where there's not enemies. This is just crazy.
To point it out. The media seems to be slowly catching on with the Young Turks even correcting the story.
I feel sick to my stomach knowing
we got
that I amplified a con artist on the show. Obviously, I did not know she was a con artist. I did not do that on purpose. But at the end of the day, I'm the host and I am responsible for what I say on this program.
Even calling out other media companies.
For all the other mainstream media outlets who fell for this con artist, that includes The Guardian, CNN, NBC News, NPR. Can we get a correction from you guys too?
I doubt it.
Because they seem to never want to revisit the work they've done.
I doubt it. I want to make sure we get to Harrison Butker, but this whole thing is, and now the stream just became, right? I'm just going to keep that up there for everybody, right? I'm just going to keep it up there. I have a real big issue with people being unwilling to correct themselves. Like, this I will give you props for. This I will absolutely give you props for. There was, I seen a video from, what was it? His name's Eric Debunks, like AARICK. And he did a video about, and I normally want to give credit to this person, but credit where it's due. I guess Yellow Flash had admitted that he was wrong about the X-Men. And I'm like, if people are willing to admit they were wrong, I got to give a little bit of respect. I do. I have to at least be like, okay, well, it's rare for people to admit when they fucked up. Fucking, I don't like you, but I can still respect the fact that you did it. I don't know. Keffals is a collectivist. It feels like, wait, hold on. Let me bring it up. It feels like not judging individuals is what she deserves. Okay, but by doing so, and I'm talking about the trans community, right? Because that's what she says she's representative of. You're judging all of the people that are trans through that collectivist eye. And that's what I don't particularly care for, right? That's what I don't particularly care for. Sandman says his video is about how he did that and then continue. I know. I was just saying where I saw the video from. Like, if somebody fucking admits they're wrong, like, you gotta at least, like, sometimes people are so unwilling to do so, right? It's so weird to me. All right, let's talk a little bit. I want to switch gears here because we talked about Keffals, and I mean, I can only say so many times how ridiculous her, like, speeches here. Her speeches here. I'm looking at Harrison Butker. But I want to take a look at what Harrison actually said. But the problem is, so let me share this tab. I have the whole speech, but it's like everybody's covering it. And I want to make sure we get full context. Now the NFL spoke out against him, said he's okay. Let's just find it. It's only 20 minutes. Even after that video statement, he continued making grifting off the hate. Are you really surprised?
All of you for successfully making it to this achievement today.
Are you really surprised?
I'm sure your high school graduation was not what you had imagined, and most likely neither was your first couple years of college. By making it to this moment through all the adversity thrown your way from COVID, I hope for this time in history,
I want to make sure we get to
that the Church of Nice is a winning proposition. We must always speak and act in charity, but never mistake charity for cowardice. It is safe to say that over the past few years, I've gained quite the reputation.
This is the
St. Jose Maria continues that some want to see the priest as just another man. That is not.
This says the wife, so it's got to be it, right?
She is a primary educator to our children. She's the one who ensures I never let football or my business become a distraction from that of a husband and father. She's a person that knows me best at my core, and it is through our marriage that, Lord willing, we will both attain salvation. I say all of this to you because I have seen it firsthand, how much happier someone can be when they disregard the outside noise and move closer and closer to God's will in their life. Isabel's dream of having a career might not have come true, but if you ask her today if she has any regrets on her decision, she would laugh out loud without hesitation and say, heck no. As a man who gets a lot of praise and has been given a platform to speak to audiences like this one today.
So hold on, we need to find the controversy because there's nothing wrong with what he's saying right now. Let's find, we don't need celebrity reactions. Let's just see the commencement speech.
Super Bowl champion Chiefs kicker Harrison Butker getting some backlash after his commencement speech at a Catholic university.
Is part of the
it's for comments he made about gay rights, abortion, and the role of women in society. ABC's Stephanie Ramos has the story.
He kicked the longest field lines for his art school. Butker said,
how many of you are sitting here now? I think it is you, the women, who have had the most dialogue.
Here we go. This is the part I was looking for.
Speaking my mind.
Butker sounding off about working women.
I think it is you, the women, who have had the most diabolical lies told to you. How many of you are sitting here now about to cross this stage and are thinking about all the promotions and titles you are going to get in your career? Some of you may go on to lead successful careers in the world, but I would venture to guess that the majority of you are most excited about your marriage and the children you will bring into this world.
Okay, so first off, like reading the room here, right? This is a Catholic school. This is a Catholic man, I believe, or at least Christian man. So what he's saying isn't wild. At the same time, like, bro, really? Like, women, you just went through college. I'm so proud of you. You got a 4-year degree. Now go make some fucking babies. Stop it. Stop it. I should have time-stamped it beforehand. I really should have. Because I know there is a part about pride, too. I understand that he's delivering a speech to a Christian school. I totally get that. But like he just literally just said, you had a diabolical lie sold to you. You shouldn't be fucking career women. Fuck that. Like it's like the feminists, right? The feminists who look down at housewives, like there's got to be a real middle ground because you don't want either side because they're both so extreme. The feminists are like, you can't be a trad wife, you can't be a housewife, you can't be this, that. It's anti-feminist. Then you've got people like this that are saying, you were sold a diabolical lie. I bet you're most excited to be a mom. Like, you can do both. You can do either or. That is what feminism is. Or rather, it should be, right? It should be about the idea that you have a choice. Maybe the illusion that you have a choice. But no, I'm just kidding. The idea that you have a choice. How did we go from it's only right one way or the other? Right? That's not what he said at all. He said the most fulfilling role will be, okay, let me see if I misheard him.
And titles you're going to get in your career. Some of you may go on to lead successful careers in the world, but I would venture to guess that the majority of you are most excited about your marriage and the children you will bring into this world.
But he didn't say fulfilling. He said excited, right? He didn't say fulfilling. Because that, like, I could totally understand. I don't think he said anything like fucking wild, right? Also, I don't take my advice from fucking, like, most people shouldn't be taking their advice from somebody that kicks a football for a living. Just putting it out there or sings a song or something like that. Like, those aren't people, celebrities aren't people you should be getting all of your worldly advice from. But he just, what's the diabolical lie? What is the diabolical lie? That's what I want to know.
Butker then referring to Pride Month, which celebrates the LGBTQ community, as a deadly sin.
Not the deadly sin sort of pride that has an entire month dedicated to it, but the
What the fuck, dude? He's just like, okay, this is him and his ghostwriter, right? They're like, you know what? We need to get a couple jabs in there. Nobody knows who the fuck you are. So if we get a couple jabs in there, it'll blow up, right? And his ghostwriter was like, you know what? Women and gays, that's who we make the jabs at. That's who we make the jabs at. Let's get the women. Let's do some sort of like accidentally throwing the queer community under the bus. And again, I know he's Christian. I really don't care what he thinks. But okay. And you know what? This is the truest statement I've seen. He's talking from a place of privilege. He makes millions of dollars a year kicking a football. Fucking facts. Like, absolutely. He is talking from a place where he doesn't have to worry about money. His wife can do what she wants because she doesn't have to worry about it. He kicks a football. And I'm not saying it's easy to cook a football because I couldn't do it. And makes millions of dollars a year to sit for the rest of the game. Right? And like, from what I've heard, he's a good kicker, I guess. But even so, I'm not talking about the deadly sin sort of pride. What? Why was that even needed? Like, that felt like a little bit of anger behind that, right? Let me listen.
Community as a deadly sin.
not the deadly sin sort of pride that has an entire month dedicated to it, but the true.
He's like, that has an entire fucking month dedicated to it. God damn it. When's there going to be a straight Pride Month? Like, that sounded angry, right? That sounded angry. He's like, I got to go to my local Target and see rainbows everywhere. And not just for my kids. Come on now. It sounded so angry. I'm like, no. Wait, did I say something bad about Christians? I feel like there's a 90% chance the answer to that is yes. But I'm saying, like, don't take your opinion. Like, make up your own mind. It's really not that difficult. I get he's supposed to be like, I don't know, manly man or something. I don't fucking know. I don't know. He also, okay, let's see if they talk about that. Let's see if they talk about it.
God-centered pride that is cooperating with the Holy Ghost to glorify him.
I couldn't believe it was such an outdated, antiquated view on LGBT.
Wait, I'm pretty sure I've seen a news article. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. On my Google cards, that said that they had their first trans let me see if I can find it. Here it is. I thought that was pretty out. Oh, you're a dick. All right. I thought that was pretty outdated, like, thinking when it comes to the queer community and church. I could be wrong. Wow, there is so many ads on this website. That's why they wanted it. Catholic monk comes out as a trans man with permission of his bishop. Deal with us. A Catholic monk come out as a transgender man, saying that the church will have to deal with trans people in the community who refuse to compromise their identity for their faith. It's not your church to kick us out of. It's God's church, and God has called us together and engrafted us into it. So, does it look like there is any issue? I don't see any yet, but like I'm pretty sure that's pretty outdated thinking when it comes to the church. Maybe not. I'm not obviously not a big church person. Can I say, though, how is it wrong to claim a role for women yet? Most women still say a man must play the traditional male role. I don't think it's wrong. That's the thing. And that's what I was trying to say earlier, right? Good morning, Black Phoenix. Anything at this point. If you make up your mind that you want to be a traditional housekeeper, wife, mother, extraordinaire, right? That is clearly a job, right? That is not something to take lightly. If you decide you want to be a career woman, that is okay also, right? And that's what I don't like about both sides of the spectrum, because you've got people saying, like Harrison Butker, it's a diabolical lie. And then you've got feminists upset at the trad wives stuff. Like, the idea of feminism was to fight for whatever you wanted to do, not to fight for one role or the other. Or you know what? Could go crazy here. You could be a mom with a career, right? That would work too. It just depends on the situation. So I think if you're going to say about women wanting traditional masculine, that's okay too. There's also, stay-at-home dads. So I don't think that any of it is off the table. I think it's all ridiculous to fight against. God said, if any man want to follow me, let him pick up his cross. There are no LGBTQ Christians. Okay, Nick. I'm sure that people would disagree with you on that.
Few people and women and using religion in a way.
Butker also mentioning priests who become too familiar with parishioners, illustrating his point by borrowing a line from a song written by a certain famous teammate's girlfriend.
Oh,
because
no.
as my teammate's girlfriend says, familiarity breeds contempt.
That line from Taylor Swift's Bejeweled quickly drawing the ire of Swifties. One writing, I didn't think you grasped the message of the Taylor Swift song you quoted. Go listen to all her albums.
He used Taylor Swift. Stop it. I can't take this seriously anymore. I can't take this. He used Taylor Swift. I really wish, in my heart of hearts, I wished he would have said, borrowing from Taylor Swift, haters gonna hate. Oh my God. Oh my God. I mean, it's not a bad line, but oh my God. Oh my God. That's incredible.
As homework. The NFL reacting to the speech, saying Harrison Butker gave a speech in his personal capacity. His views are not those of the NFL as an organization. The NFL is steadfast in our commitment to inclusion. which only makes our league stronger.
Hello, I'm Mark.
Okay, yep, no, don't care. Taylor Swift is trash. He quoted Taylor Swift. This is the level of intellect we're talking about here. Though I think if his teammate is dating her, then I guess I can understand why. But I feel like there's a lot of like just literally anybody else. Anybody else. He could have been like Mark Twain said. You know what I'm saying? Like he was like Taylor Swift. Oh my God. That's fucking incredible. That's incredible. Oh my God. I want to find out. Otis said he said something about dads. Harrison Butker dads. This is going to come up with his dad, isn't it? Probably. He spoke truth. Matt Walsh, of course. Okay, fatherless crisis.
This
Here we
absence of men in the home is what plays a large role in the violence we see all around the nation. Other countries do not have nearly the same absentee father rates as we find here in the US, and a correlation could be made in their drastically lower violence rates as well.
When it comes to fatherless homes, this is literally the biggest predictor of whether or not somebody will be a criminal.
Wow.
In fact, 7 out of 10 inmates, long-term inmates that are sitting in prison right now come from fatherless homes. And
So that's
kids
what-
that feel close with their father are 80% less likely to ever end up in jail.
This absence of men in the home is
I mean, I don't see an issue with that. I don't see an issue with it at all because I beg to differ, James. I beg to differ. I don't see an issue. Like, I could see somebody getting upset if this wasn't at a Catholic church. I don't really have an issue. I would love to know the diabolical lie. I would love to know the diabolical lie. But we still haven't found it out yet. What did he say about masculinity?
Here is Harrison Butker speaking as a Catholic at a Catholic college, Benedictine College, about masculinity.
To the gentleman here today, part of what plagues our society is this lie that has been told to you that men are not necessary in the home or in our communities. As men, we set the tone of the culture. And when that is absent, disorder, dysfunction, and chaos set in. This absence of men in the home is what...
Hold on. I gotta disagree with him there on something. I know Ben's voice is bad. Men set the tone of the culture. Men set the tone of the culture. I'm not saying that, you know, women are more important or anything. But you men wouldn't be around if it wasn't for a woman. So call your mom. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm just saying, like, I would argue that both set the culture in their own ways, right? So when you think of culture, you think of like food and music and family and stuff like that. And a lot of that just simply wouldn't happen without the women in the household. Holy shit, Nick. Calm down. It's okay. I don't think he's going to burn in hell. I don't think he's going to burn in hell. It is not that serious. It is midweek. We are not hailing Satan yet. I mean, you can. I'm just saying. He didn't say only men push it. He said primarily. Hold on. I think that's what he said.
What plays a large role in the violence.
No.
Why in the he's not saying don't have a career. He's saying the most important thing you will do in your life is be a wife and be a mom. If you're
okay, hold on. We can do this again. Oh, now I lost it. Okay, here it is. Did he say primarily?
Here's Harrison Butker speaking as a Catholic at a Catholic college, Benedictine college, about masculinity.
To the gentleman here today, part of what plagues our society is this lie that has been told to you that men are not necessary in the home or in...
What? We've all fucking been lied to? Did you guys know this? Did you guys know we were sold a diabolical lie, right? Hold on. We were sold a diabolical lie, and you guys were just lied to. So does that mean our lie is cooler than your lie? Why is everybody at the end of the day getting lied to? I don't understand. Who's doing the lying? Like, I can understand Michael when he's talking about feminists, right? Some feminists are. Feminist today made feminist a dirty word, right? But okay, so I think Derek is onto something here. He says, well, a lot of feminists do say that men are useless. That would be the lie. Okay, I can understand if that is what it is. Because, yeah, I can't ever understand those great, and I'm not talking about a normal feminist, right? I'm not. Because I do think there is important parts to standing up for women, right? But also at the same time, you've got the crazy ones, and they're not as bad anymore. I feel like we used to get a lot of, do you guys remember like circa 2000, maybe even before that, feminist fail compilations and like feminists say the craziest things. Maybe they're just not in my algorithm anymore, but I feel like they were around for a long time and just the worst people using the feminist thing like, oh, I'm pregnant. If I have a boy, it's going to be an abortion. Like, what? Wild shit you hear these feminists say. I get that. But stop listening. Here's the most important thing we're going to learn today, right? Stop listening to stupid people. Stop listening to stupid people. I'm not talking about Harrison Butker either. I mean, probably that also. But I mean, stop listening to dumb people and believing their so-called lies. Nick is on a whole nother level today. Did I say butt kiss?
Our communities.
Butker.
As men, we set the tone of the culture.
Okay, no, he did say we set the tone of the culture. I totally disagree there. I definitely think it is a mutual thing. I totally think it's a mutual thing. Like, this is what I don't understand. It's yin and yang, right? It's yin and yang. You give and you take. There is amazing men out there, absolutely, that have set cultural tones. Taylor Swift alone, I know we don't like talking about her. She is a cancer to football. But don't tell me she hasn't set, you know what I'm saying? Like, men don't primarily set the culture. And even if we're talking about, okay, even if we're not talking about pop culture, right? Let's talk family culture. Who's the one? I'm going to go to some stereotypical gender roles here, right? Who is the ones making all of the food? Who is the ones organizing the parties? Who is the one making sure that is the good woman behind you, right? Oh my God, Ethan. Hello. I don't know what you want, but hi.
And when that is absent, disorder, dysfunction, and chaos set in. This absence of men in the home is what plays a large role in the violence we see all around the nation.
Okay, that's where we got before. Yeah, I completely agree with him. I don't think there's anything crazy to say about that. I don't think there's anything crazy to say about that. But to say that men set the culture, you know, I kind of disagree. I kind of disagree. Especially if we're talking about stereotypical. Who is raising your babies? Likely the women. Who's making the sandwiches? Likely the woman. Come on now. We know this. And there's nothing wrong with traditional fucking roles or non-traditional. Like, when did we get to a society where it's not live and let live? Read between the lines. Okay, hold on, Nick. I feel like you just switched. Not if you dump her for being useless. You are so mean. Anyways, he's attacking the Black community with no dads and the home and LGBTQ. He's a coward. Okay, hold on. Stop. Hold on. That is not. Did he ever mention the Black community one time? I know you're cool. I'm just saying. Did he ever mention the Black community one time? He said men in the household. Where did we get? I understand the LGBTQ thing, right? He said not the 7 deadly sins. But where did he attack the Black community? Like, he was saying stand up to men in general. Get the fuck up. Raise your kids. He was also saying women get in the kitchen, but fuck it. I don't see that as anything on the Black community. At all. Also, I did Todd said, did you see about Taylor Swift wanting a role? I thought she was rumored to be Dazzler, and honestly, I find that kind of perfect. Like, I know Reese and Todd need more Taylor Swift in their life, and why not make it as the Dazzler? We're not really talking about the Black community. We're not. That's the thing. Nick thinks he attacked the Black community because of fatherless, which actually, Nick, that tells me more about you than it does about Harrison Butker. It tells me more about what you think of the Black community. He just said men in general. Oh my God. Okay, Arkham, Batman Arkham Videos community post. I do know that, what is it? Tomorrow? I think it is, oh, what is it? The new, not new season, but it's, what the fuck am I looking at? Oh my God. Okay, you guys gotta see. Hold on. What is this? What? Okay, is this? Oh my God. Hold on. We need a good look. What? Okay, I hate this. Okay, hold on. Let's zoom in. Actually, we got a boomer one. I don't hate the boomer one. I'm just glad there was a boomer one because we didn't get that at all before. The only really good looking one here, to me, is the Joker one. Harley looks okay. I don't like that shaved underdo. I don't like that outfit. I don't like that face makeup. I just don't like it. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I like the Joker one. That's it. This one's okay. Looks like Deadshot. So that's the thing though. We're not getting a new battle pass, right? We're not getting a new battle pass. We're just getting, how are we getting these skins then? Are these going to be paid? That's my guess. Joker Eyes Suicide Squad. I don't like it. I don't like it. At first I was like, oh, this is cool. And then I was like, nope, I've seen it closer. Oh God. Oh God. Why? Oh, it's not pretty. It's not pretty. It's weird. We got season 2 tomorrow. Is that it? Is that all you're talking about? Okay. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's not fun. Oh, God. Yeah, I think I fucking hate it. Oh, my God. I'm so annoyed with this game. I have not even played Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League since the last time we played it on stream. So that would have been what, like 2 to 3 weeks ago? Because I got all the battle pass. And now it looks like if you want anything new, you're likely going to have to pay for it. Fucking stupid. No, I'm not a slacker. I'm not a slacker. I just don't want to play it for no fucking reason. Oh, that looks stupid. That's disappointing. I don't know. All right, guys, I am going to wrap up for the day. Thank you so much for listening to me rant, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.